I also heard that NASA uses this, right?
NASA uses this, and actually the Texas Rangers use this machine as well.
Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and I'm about to get a tour of Bulletproof's Upgrade Lab. It's basically their facility full of a bunch of biohacking equipment, and it's all state-of-the-art, and they're gonna show me how to make myself superhuman with all their toys. It's right next door to their Bulletproof Cafe, which I'm currently at having my favorite coffee because, well, one, it's my favorite, and two, I need to get amped on brain octane oil before I go meet my new biohacking friends. I put a shirt on because, you know, don't want to come on too strong. Actually, it was almost a bulletproof shirt, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely too strong. Waiting here isn't just waiting because they have massage chairs. This is awesome. I don't know what's going on, but it feels great. This is Brandon.
Hey guys.
He's gonna be showing us around. Don't be charminger than me on my channel. Got it? It's already too late.
No promises.
Look at it. He's stealing the show.
We're the Wolves First Human Upgrade Center, and what we seek to do is optimize physical, mental, and emotional health in the quickest amount of time with some of the most leading edge, cutting edge, technology on the face of the planet, all under one roof.
This is awesome. Wait, I didn't know about the emotional part. I just thought it was brain and body, but it's also
brain, body, and emotions. And what we find is that physical, mental, right, these aspects of ourselves lead into emotional well-being, and the emotional well-being affects our mental and our physical capabilities and symptoms. It's all connected together. This is called the PEMF. Every single one of our cells is kind of like a battery. The higher this battery voltage is, the better these cells can run, the faster they can create energy, reduce body fat, reduce stress and inflammation, and really overall, the more smoothly our body runs.
This is mitochondria, is that right?
Mitochondria, right? And so the mitochondria, right, can run more efficiently when the charge of the cell itself is very high. And that's what pulsed electromagnetic field therapy does, is it actually goes from the body, charges the cells of your body like a battery, and allows these cells to heal much more quickly because the mitochondria can work more efficiently.
So I have like billions of batteries in me, right? Because that's so many cells.
Trillions.
Trillions.
Trillions. About 300 trillion cells.
This is a mountain. I know this one.
This is the mountain. Have you tried this one yet?
I haven't.
Okay, so this is called the atmospheric cell training. If any of you guys are familiar with Tony Robbins, this is one of his favorites. It changed his life dramatically. Basically what it does, it helps to detoxify the body on a cellular level and move out anything that's being stored or accumulated in the body and let go of through the detoxification system of the body. The other thing it does, it helps to optimize your aerobic capacities, your ability to run for long distances and have your cells endure a lot of stress. It simulates high altitude. Inside this chamber, it can go all the way up to 22,500 feet, and then drop you back down to sea level, and then back up, back down again. And it's these changes in pressure, this intensity of the pressure on your entire body all at once, combined with the releases, that makes this machine so effective at what it does, because your cells have to adapt in the moment, become stronger, better, and faster.
It's like a workout for your cells.
You got it. High intensity interval training for your cells.
Cool. Give them a hard time and then they work harder.
Yes. On a very simple level, that's exactly right. This machine right here, I don't know if any of you guys, right, who follow this channel are curious about like data, measurements, tracking, like verifying things by science.
Absolutely. I call it gamifying life. If you don't have numbers, you don't know if you leveled up. So you track, you can get to the next level.
We totally agree. And how we do that is we use this machine called the Cell Health Analyzer. And what it does is it measures everything from your inflammation levels, your cell health, your body fat, your muscle mass, your visceral fat, the fat that surrounds your vital organs. That's a health marker. And we seek to measure this once a week for all of our members, so we make sure that they're making positive changes in the right direction, and there's no guesswork involved. We know because it's based on the numbers.
And you aim to be always around the same time of the week, and also the same like hydration and eating levels too, right?
All the variables as close as possible. So here we have what's called the cheat machine. And the cheat machine is basically allows someone to get a week's worth of muscle resistance training in 25 minutes for your entire body all at once.
I've been wasting a lot of time.
So have I, so have all of us.
To be fair, I think all of these are cheat machines, right? The point is to be as efficient as possible and do it as quickly as possible.
Exactly.
Alright.
The crazy thing about this is I was actually a D1 college football player, and I used to work out 6-7 times a week sometimes. Sometimes what was required to be fit and healthy. couldn't have been more wrong. When I first got here, the first month I was here, I did this machine literally 1 time per week, this muscle resistance machine. And the cold HIIT, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the video, twice a week, so a total of an hour and a half working out per week. And at the end of my first month, I was up 6 pounds of muscle, down 3% body fat.
No!
Yeah.
That's so good, like
Right?
in that short span of time. Also, hour and a half a week, that's it?
That's it.
You sound so lazy, and yet it's so effective.
I'm super lazy, and I love
What's
it.
the opposite of cheating? Because that's what I've been doing many months.
Trying really hard.
The Try Hard Machine, that's actually my nickname.
This right here is called the virtual float tank. And what it is, it creates a really profound, deep state of meditation and puts the brain into what's called a theta brainwave state. Theta brainwave state is responsible for everything that's going on in the unconscious mind. Anything that's happened in the past that was traumatizing, the source of addictions, things that we're holding on to that we don't want to let go of, that's all accessible in the unconscious mind via the theta brainwave state.
Right, and you gotta like meditate forever and become a Buddhist and like put a lot of time into getting there, right?
Right. You could do that route and meditate for 40 years, or you could use technology and get induced into that same state and get the same benefits as a Zen Buddhist monk.
It's pretty dope.
Within 30 minutes.
That coming up on this channel, you will see me becoming a Zen Buddhist in 30 minutes.
We will. I'm excited. So we got the same thing here, cheat machine, a different iteration of it. Here is the oxygen trainer. So oxygen trainer is my personal favorite. It's dramatically changed my life. And the purpose of it is to get as much oxygen as possible, specifically into the brain, into the heart, into all the vital organs, as much as possible in the shortest amount of time. And the purpose of this is to let go of all the things, the waste products, right, the density that's accumulated in the body, and refresh it with new life, new oxygen. And you literally step off and you feel like a new version of yourself. How it works is really cool. You're wearing a mask while you're riding a bike, and the mask is giving you either 90% concentrated oxygen or 10% concentrated oxygen. So you go from about 4 times what you have at sea level to like less than half what you have at sea level, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And what this does, right, it
Plus
tells
you get to look cool with a mask.
Oh, you look super cool. It looks cool, it doesn't feel very cool when you're on the low oxygen. It feels like a struggle. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. But the thing is, this is the same response in the body that opens up the pathways for the brain and for the heart and the organs to receive as much oxygen. The body tries to keep itself alive.
So your body's like gasping for it, and then you give it a ton of oxygen. That's really
Give
cool.
it right when it needs it, right when it's opened up the most.
I've tried hyperbaric oxygen in a past video, so it's super oxygenated air, but you're under pressure. But the whole time I'm just sitting there, so I'm psyched to try it out, like biking.
Yeah, it's quite a difference. This is the cold HIIT machine that I mentioned earlier for you guys. And basically the premise of this is to maximize all the growth hormones, testosterone, human growth hormone, for women maybe a little bit of progesterone, all the things that help the body burn as much fat and gain and keep as much muscle as possible without the downsides of muscle breaking down, tiredness, fatigue, or stress on the body that we don't need any more of in modern society today. And the reason how this works...
How do you get rid of the downside?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. So the
Glad you have an answer.
We definitely have an answer. The answer is the cold. So while you're riding, you're doing a high intensity interval training workout, and also you're exposed to 42 degree water at the same time. And what happens is, when there's heat involved in exercise, a stress hormone called cortisol increases in the body, and this puts the body in stressed out mode, helps it go into recovery mode, but it also lowers these positive growth hormones like testosterone and human growth hormone. By exposing yourself to cold, you keep cortisol levels lower, and you maximize the potential of these really positive anti-aging hormones in the body.
I've also heard that NASA uses this, right?
NASA uses this, and actually the Texas Rangers use this machine as well. They did a 1-month study where they used it 3 times a week for 1 month for all their team. It's an average increase in the testosterone levels by about 120%.
Wow. They all probably got taller. That's what it was.
They did.
Cold exposure. This is some of my favorite.
Yes. Have you tried this one yet?
I will be on this channel coming soon, and they've seen me do some crazy cold exposure stuff too with cold showers and such. So.
Amazing. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the benefits of cold therapy, they are life-changing. Everything from increased fat burning, better metabolism overall in the long term. Inflammation and pain goes way down, stress levels go down. Your brain can even grow and adapt and have more like neurogenesis, so it makes it easier to learn things. And then you tend to sleep a lot more deeply than you normally do at night. Your REM and your deep sleep are increased somewhere around 20 to 25% after one session.
And like recovery and mood boost, like I can't keep in my brain the entire list of things that cryotherapy helps with. It's so long.
So many
and
things.
Awesome.
And awesome. And the most awesome part about it is when you get out of here after going through an intense experience, you feel super excited.
High. Yeah.
You feel happy. You feel like you accomplished a goal. You feel like you just conquered Mount Everest.
And you get to wear a stupid mask again.
And you get to wear a stupid mask again. The EEG brain trainer. So when it comes to meditation and emotional health, this one is the most dramatic, life-changing one for me personally. What this does in general, if you see this little graph here, basically we're measuring people's brains in real time, and we're seeing when their brains goes into like a stressful response. And every time it goes into a stress response, it's going outside of the present moment. And so the machine is learning, okay, even though this person's just sitting here, for some reason there's a stressful response while she's sitting there, he or she's sitting there. And that represents like an unconscious, underlying kind of thing that's coming up to the surface that the brain then needs to be aware of so it can cultivate more presence. Basically, it's a meditation trainer on steroids.
That's crazy. So it can tell whenever you're sort of like worrying about the future and help bring you back to right now.
Precisely. And it's from right now, the present moment, where the best possible performance lies, where like best state of mind, no anxiety, no depression, nothing, none of that lies in the present. It's just you, me, right here, right now, and give what you got.
And again, getting to the present could take like tons of years of being a Buddhist, but this will help you get there through science.
Exactly.
Cool!
What you guys can see is this bright red light. We actually call it infrared light, called the redcharger. And red light is basically the same spectrum of light that comes from the sunrise and the sunset. Get that pink reddish hue. Basically tells the body, the circadian rhythm of the body, to wake up and be energized during the morning and then go to sleep and sleep deeply at night. And it's also really good for energy, right? In Ayurveda it would be like fire, more fire to the body. The body has more vitality, more drive, more oomph, because the cells can take in this red light and use it to increase their energy production even more so for the night.
Yeah, in my apartment I actually have like 2 sets of lighting, so sometimes it's red. Like at night, I can change it to kind of
night shift.
Yeah, night shift. Right. I basically have night shifts in my apartment.
That's amazing. That's Bulletproof Labs in a nutshell.
Thank you so much, Brandon. This has been awesome, and I cannot wait to play with your toys.
You got it. And for those of you guys who are in the Santa Monica area or want to learn more or come check us out, we do offer free 45-minute consultations where you get to sit down with me or other consultant. We learn a little bit about your mind, your body type, or what you're going through, your goals, your desires. And we can actually design a protocol here at Labs that will help you reach those goals in a much quicker amount of time than you ever normally would be able to outside of here.
Yeah, efficiently superhuman.
Cool. So
Awesome.
thank you guys so much.
Thanks. Brandon's got a YouTube channel.
YouTube is up and coming. It's mostly active on my Instagram and Facebook, Brandon Tobias and BR_Tobias.
So check him out.
Amazing.
Thank you again.
So, yeah, no problem at all. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.